Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the YouTube. This is about life-changing commercial jobs. We're featuring big jobs on this channel all the time. Subscribe, comment below, get notifications because I want to give you the 5 biggest mistakes that I see, and I want to give you some insight on how to land some of these jobs, tell you the story about this job on this episode. This is my man Glenn McGurgan's job. He's a salesman for all RCA, sold about $8 million in business, and almost 2,000 squares of Boral tile with a glued and screwed application, a polystick underlayment. It was funded by the insurance company. We had to go through the entire process, and I want to tell you exactly what we did to go from just one roofer being considered out of many to having this large loss job. And when you apply these secrets to your life and to your business, all things are going to change. So first of all, it's an HOA project. HOAs have money in reserves to improve their property. This roof was about 15 to 20 years old, and Hurricane Irma came through here. Now the damage was bad, but it wasn't as obvious as you might think. So the HOA wasn't even aware that the roof could be replaced. You know, they had the roof checked. They thought only some repairs needed to be had. And we actually had worked with the neighboring property. Now, my sales guy, Glenn McGurgan, he had to get the repair roofer off of the job. A lot of times there's another job or another roofer that is good at doing the repairs or has a relationship with the board, but they don't understand how the insurance claims process works. And so Glenn, he has a case study list. He's been able over his years to recover lots of money, handle lots of big projects, and he's sold through his stories. And I will tell you, to land life-changing jobs, it helps to sell through stories. If you need a friend and sell through their stories, sometimes that's a good idea in the beginning. I partnered up with bigger companies and we would use their referrals to get these jobs when I needed. But I will tell you, the biggest secret to this is just to jump out of the truck. You know, down here there's an area where you can see the property manager or the HOA board. All you have to do is go where the mailboxes are. A little piece of paper that says people's cell phone numbers and email addresses sometime and tells you notes of what happened at the last HOA meeting. When my man Glenn came over here, that's the first place he went. And he got educated where they were at in the process. They were working with the repair guy, and he went in for the art of the swagger jack, baby. And it's about completing the offer. And what the other guy didn't do is put together all the damage in pictures, put it in a written proposal so that it could be turned into the insurance company, and advise the HOA on the best ways to protect its most important investment. So immediately, what we do to cover our tails is we get in an attorney to review the insurance policy, because we don't review insurance policy. We introduce our clients to these attorneys because a lot of times we know that a HOA is going to ask an attorney to review our contract anyways. So having an attorney there in the process builds trust. So using third parties is a secret. I use engineers in the process to build trust with the insurance company, proving my damage. I also use engineers after I install these roofs so that a HOA can know that they're getting quality work, not just with like a checkup from the county, but a checkup from an actual certified Florida engineer. So let me give you a little bit more insight on this project. This here is about 2,000 squares, and 3 years later, we brought the engineers out, we fought with the insurance companies, we went back and forth, they tried to make offers for piecemeal repairs, we didn't accept it, we held our ground. A lot of times it's just about trusting the process. That's a key thing. See, when you have one of these big, like a trump card, it's like an ace of spades in your deck, you know, you're holding something that you got to play the card right. And it's about making sure that you don't step outside of your lane. You don't try to act like a public adjuster. You don't try to interpret policy. You don't try to negotiate with the insurance company. And that's really what we sell these people. We sell them a team approach. We bring in the engineer. We introduce them to the attorney. This group, they picked us right up. The insurance company had already denied them. But, you know, look, landing these big jobs, you can't always put all your bankroll in these big jobs. You have to run a diversified portfolio. I got a lot of residential jobs out there, shingle jobs, high-end residential jobs, and they help the cash flow of the whole book of business. But this job pays $500,000 at a time, so it's great for growth, especially when insurance companies are slow with the money. And you know, it's done in about 3 processes. First, tear off. Maybe you've seen our trash rocket. I'll show you some clips of the trash rocket. It's freaking life-saving on a project like this. While we were tearing off this roof, it saved us a ton of time. I highly suggest that you go check out Trash Rocket if you're doing a lot of commercial projects. We have a different crew for the tear off, and the main thing on the underlayment install on a tile roof, we learned this over the years, is you gotta make sure that they're rolling out every single little area so that it's completely flat. And really the way that works is that if they don't roll it out, you're gonna have leaks, and that's gonna be the actual leak barrier. So you have to make sure you roll it up underneath the flashings. We did that correctly. You know, you think all you have to do is do the tear off, but that's not how a tile works. You actually have to strategically place the tile up here, and it takes a separate crew to load the tile. So there's a separate machine to load it, and when you're quoting it, the insurance companies, they never really want to put that in the quote. So when you're trying to look at a big number, sometimes you take that number, but you end up losing money. Might be the biggest mistake you ever made. Just because you sign $1 million contract don't mean that you make the money. You have to build the job correctly and collect it to make the profit. And that's where I see a lot of people fail. They don't have experience. They think they can just risk it. Oh yeah, I know how to do those roofs. Every single time, make sure that you hire a crew that you've done work with. It's someone that you know's done work with. You know, we've been through a lot of bad crews. We've fired a lot of bad crews. We got good crews. We've been doing, you know, thousands of roofs over the last 3 years that are tiled just like this. But in the beginning, when we came to Florida, we didn't have that much tile experience. So we made mistakes. And I want to show you the right people to work with so you don't have to make the mistakes. Now, I can tell you that I didn't have to do any of that. My sales guy, Glenn, did it all for me. He's the definition of the TRD, the real deal, sell, build, and collector. He came out here, played quarterback with the team, the insurance company, the engineer. He worked the process, updated me throughout the last 3 years. Once it got approved, I come out here to make a video, man. I just did a video with the HOA, a testimonial video, something you should always get. Video evidence of your work, video testimonials of your work. But, you know, Glenn, he's an example of the sales guy, dream sales guy. You know, he's landed lots of these large loss projects. He's out there specializing in commercial jobs. It's like the old bull and the young bull. So if you love this video, if you like it, comment below. I can tell you that the secret about selling these tile roofs is just selling the damage and the cost. And sometimes I don't even have to sell it. I got my people selling it. And that's really what it's all about as an entrepreneur. And now that I went and got a video testimonial from the HOA president, I'll run ads all over the state of Florida. And this job will help me get more jobs. It'll 100x the word of mouth referral. You know, it came from a door knock, but it'll be accelerated through a digital door knock, a video ad. And you know, we of course knocked on the doors of the HOAs all around, sold some more of the jobs. I actually got one of the leads of the other HOAs through a Facebook ad to show you that, yeah, you can get commercial jobs through Facebook ads. So, you know, there's a lot of roofing coaches out there. There's some other people on the internet. They're not landing projects like this. They can't teach you to land projects like this. Florida is the major leagues for roofing. And when you come and get licensed in Florida, you have the opportunity to land these life-changing projects. I have 2 multi-million-dollar big HOAs in construction right now. Another multi-family 2,000 square roof shingle in Pensacola, all currently going. While my residential, while all my tile goes. Last week we did $2.2 million in sales. I don't say that to brag. I say it because my system works for me. It works for hundreds of other roofers, and I want it to work for you. Go after these HOA projects. Get into the tile market, you know? Hopefully this helps you understand a little bit about how it all worked. Really grateful for Glenn for selling this job. Keep coming back for the content. Thanks very much.